What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Now I was debating whether or not to even upload this video, but at the end of the day, one of my goals for creating a YouTube channel with 2K content was to try and make people better at the game. And what better way to do it than to upload a player build video. Now, I'm not gonna put up a cringy title or anything, because this is not about the clout. This is actually just my way of trying to make, viewers of the channel, subscribers to the channel, just better at the game, based on my experience. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now, this is a point guard, left-handed. There's a reason why I chose point guard, and the reason I chose left-handed is because I'm normally shooting from the right hand side of the court, right corner, and I could see the release better when they're shooting left on that side. So that's really the only reason I go left-handed. But let's go ahead and get into the rest of the build. So as far as the physical attributes, we go 6'9", 220, max wingspan 7'7", and then body shape defined. So he looks he's not too skinny. We doing the shirtless this year, so I'm not trying to rock that bird that bird chest while I'm out there. So we go with defined. Now as far as attributes, all right, so this is the attributes for the build. Now if you're trying to look for like a defensive, really tall, big body, you might want to just go ahead and screenshot this, so you can just copy the exact attributes. But and I'm gonna tell you why I did what I did. So we went with driving dunk 93 for the animations. We get all the animations, and we also get gold posterizer, as you can see. Gold posterizer at 93. If you go 92, you don't get it. 93, you get it. So this is why we did that. You get 14 finishing badges. I added the 3 to get gold posterizer, but as you guys seen in the other video, it's glitched, so you can't really core gold posterizer, but with the +4 you can equip gold posterizer, which kind of makes this build pretty sick when you're able to do that. As far as shooting, we go 82. Now I would only go 82 3-ball if you have a jump shot you're comfortable with and you can shoot with the shooting system this year. Otherwise, if you're struggling, 82 is not going to work. You can shorten the wingspan and go up to 85, 87. But for me, I have a good jump shot that I use. Leave a comment below if you want my jump shot, but I have a good jump shot I use. I'm shooting close to like 55% from 3. If you get rid of the first week where everyone was shooting terrible, I'm probably shooting close to 55, maybe 60% on my jumper. So I'm good with 82. One of the things I probably would have changed on this build is free throws. Probably would have went a little higher. Last year 71 was a gimme. You could knock those down. You could probably hit 90%. This year's free throws are a little bit tough. I'm hearing people using Jordan's release, but if I could change one thing out of this build, it'll probably make the free throws higher. It's nothing too crazy. I don't shoot that many free throws to begin with, but yeah, cool 77 to 80 would be probably a little bit better. Playmaking, pass accuracy is 80. I'm getting passes through with 80. As you can see, I get plenty of badges. You get good animations. If you guys didn't know, pass speed is tied to the pass accuracy you have. The higher the accuracy, the faster you can pass the ball. So I think 80 is a really good sweet spot, especially if you're the secondary ball handler, not even the primary. Ball handling, I maxed it 87. I'm not messing around. I'm not trying to get ripped. 87 gets me gold unpluckable at this height, 6'9". So I'm barely getting ripped. I average like less than 1 turnover a game. Speed with ball maxed. I wish it was higher, but for 6'9", they can't make it that high just because you're so tall to begin with. And then as far as the defensive attributes, max perimeter. If I'm not the primary defender, I'm the secondary defender. I want to be long. With my wingspan, I want to be able to tip a lot of passes. I want to be able to reach and then get steals. So we go 87 perimeter, max wingspan, 70 interior, so I could help a little bit on the inside. Steals 90 max. I maxed this. I didn't mess around. Blocks. I was thinking of doing blocks higher, but blocks aren't as good this year. I mean, last year with 90 block, at least for me, my experience, with 90 block, I was snatch blocking a lot of stuff on my two-way. This year, 90 block, I'm not getting as much as I normally get, or I did last year. So I'd say 90. It's a pretty solid number, just for the defensive badges as well. 40 offensive rebound. Honestly, I could have put this into something else, but a lot of times I'll catch myself down there with, smaller guards, and I'm getting like 2 to 3 offensive rebounds per game if I'm playing a smaller guard in the rec, or even sometimes in the pro-am. Defensive rebound 70, more so to help our center and just for the badges you get. And then as far as attributes, max speed, max acceleration, we're not messing around. Strength is 52 only because of the interior defense. I think if you go up, strength goes up with it, so we went 52. 80 for vertical, and then 95 for stamina. I kind of messed up on the vertical. You have to have 82 vertical to unlock every single contact dunk. I only went with 80. It's still really, really solid. You're literally only missing one dunk, but aside from that, if you want all the dunks, you go 82. But this is pretty much my 6'9". The thing that trips me out about this build is I see a lot of smaller guards with like high dunk and high three, and they don't have no type of defense. So the fact that you can actually create a build like this at this tall with max wingspan is insane. Like I've never been able to do anything like this in any 2K except this year. So let's go ahead and get out of the builder and let's go into the actual game to show you the 99 overall and how it looks like. All right, so here's the build at its full potential. 99 overall, everything. I maxed it out, as you can see. I mean, just looking at these bars, man, if you look at smaller guards, I'm telling you, a lot of them have these type of stats, but they don't have the kind of defense. Like this build is an absolute monster, bro. Like I'm not messing around here. This build is solid. But to keep things in perspective, I do have a team that I run with. I don't know how well this build will perform if you're a solo player, but if you have a solid team, I can't see how this doesn't make your team better. I know builds are expensive this year, like I said before, but if you have extra VC and you're looking for like a big body PG, you might want to consider this one. Now let's go ahead and get into the badges. Here's my badge setup. As you can see, Posterizer Gold, Fearless Cord, so I can unlock Masher, Gold Slithery, and Hall of Fame Giant Slayer. Pretty solid badge setup for finishing, even though my finishing is supposed to be limited. If you decide to make this build, you can switch badges around. Drop stepper, back down punisher. It's a very versatile build. You can go inside. You could just be a slasher. But yeah, you have a lot of options for finishing. As far as shooting, same thing, a lot of options, man. You could switch stuff around. I haven't even cored a badge yet here because I don't shoot a lot on this build, but we're getting there, man. As you can see, we're getting there. If I'm able to actually core, catch, and shoot, I free up 7 more badge points that I could use wherever I want. So yeah, as you can see, once this is done, this is going to be pretty crazy. As far as playmaking, same thing. A lot of options here. You could be a straight outlet type of player. You could be a ball handler. You could do a lot with this build. This is my current setup: quick first step, hyperdrive gold, ankle breaker haul, dimer, floor general gold, unpluckable gold. Once I could core unpluckable, I get 2 more badges, so I could add more to this build. And then defense. Defense is where it gets crazy. This is my main setup right here, being the primary ball handler, right? What's crazy about this build is the good badges, even though I can't get them on Hall of Fame, they're only tier 2. They're not tier 3 like the straight locks or the straight like 3 and D players. With this build, I get all the good badges at tier 2, as you can see. Bronze clamps is serviceable, but if you go silver, go silver. But bronze clamps, I think you could get it done pretty much. We'll see though when guards start unlocking more of their badges, but for now, this is doing really well for me. I am the primary defender most of the time, so This is what my badge setup looks like. Workhorse is crazy for defenders this year. I don't know how many people are actually onto it yet, but yeah, this is a crazy badge to have. We got Menace. I think Menace is way more important this year than Clamps, just because if you're able to stay in front of your the player you're guarding, it definitely affects what they're doing on offense, especially since the jump shot timing changes depending on how far or how close the defender is. So yeah, Menace, I think Menace, goes crazy this year. Yeah, this is my setup being the primary defender. But this is what's crazy, man. Like in the 2-3, if I have to play low since I'm so tall, check out my loadout for if I have to play big and help the center down low. Like if I have to play more of a power forward position. All right, this is my loadout for the power forward spot when I have to play that on defense. We totally switch it up, right? We go rebound chaser, we go interceptor, we go challenger, workhorse still, but instead of like pick dodger and ankle braces, we now have off-ball pest on Hall. We now have box out beast. We still have glove. But as you can see, this build becomes something totally different based on the loadout. So this is my big body loadout if I have to play low, and then this is my primary defender loadout. So as you can see, this build, it gets crazy, man, when you're able to move badges around. But yeah, like I said, this build performs very well if you have a team that you run with. As a solo player, I don't know yet. I don't really play solo 2K. I'm going to tell you right now, though, if you're a solo rec player in 2K this year, it's rough. The communication is a huge factor this game. Like, just playing team ball is major this year. Yeah, I genuinely feel bad for people that try to queue solo, because the results are probably going to be awful, man, especially the experience. But if you have a team, yeah, I think, this build will definitely enhance what you guys are trying to do as a squad. Let me show you guys how I'm doing with the build. So, all right, so we normally play rec. For now, season 1, everyone's trying to level up their player. All right. I got my hotspots, but let me go ahead and show you the stats. All right, so I don't really play park. I hopped into the theater, so this doesn't really count. But this is the rec win. This is the rec win percentage. We're hitting 89% win in the rec. 93 games played. Like I said, my 3-ball is more close to like 50-55% if you take off the first week. Not even the first week, maybe the first couple of days of trying to figure it out. So the 3-ball is there. Like I said, I have a jumper that I use. I'm averaging close to 3 steals a game, maybe a little bit more than 3 steals a game, which is, it's solid if you're the primary or secondary defender. That's why I like this build so much. Less than 1 turnover a game. That's why I have the high ball handling. But yeah, this is it. This is pretty much my experience with this build and the results that I'm having so far. 89% win in the rec. This is one of the best builds that I've ever created in a 2K game. If you guys have any other questions, or if you want to know more about the build, if there's anything specific that you'd like to know, just go ahead and hit me up in the comments. All right, that's going to do it for this video. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace.